Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Fall Convocation of the University of Saskatchewan. My name is Lenora Bells, and I'm a proud member of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association Board. Having received my Bachelor of Music and Music Education
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of this year's 2009 Fall Convocation graduates.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fall Convocation 2009. Would you please join our vocalist, Chelsea Mahan, in the singing of O Canada, and then please would you remain standing for the invocation.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command, qu'à ton bras s'est porté le pays, il s'est porté la croix, ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
O God, our Creator and giver of all good things, we offer you a prayer for wisdom and peace, wonder and joy. We pray for wisdom, that the gifts we have nurtured and developed during our time at the University of Saskatchewan may be used for the benefit of all, particularly those most in need. We pray for peace, that our troubled world may be healed of its divisions, and that the value of diversity that we cherish within our university community may continue to take root beyond our halls of learning. We pray for wonder, that the pursuit of new knowledge and the continual discovery of truth may be a part of our lifelong journeys. And we pray with joy for the accomplishments of those who convocate today, and with deep gratitude for all those who made this day possible, our families and friends, our mentors, as well as the faculty, staff, administration, and governing bodies of the University of Saskatchewan. We praise you, O God, for having brought us to this day, and ask you to fill our hearts with wisdom and peace, wonder and joy. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Would you please be seated? Again, graduands and distinguished guests, welcome. My name is Lee Pennock. I'm the University Secretary, and I have the honor of introducing to you the members of the colorful platform party that you see before you. So beginning in the front row, at my far left and your right, Tom Steele, Associate Dean of the College of Arts and Science. Joanne Dillon, Dean of the College of Arts and Science. Lawrence Martz, Dean of the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Brooke Dobney, Dean of the Edwards School of Business. Michael Atkinson, Executive Director of the Johnson Shoyama School of Public Policy. Jim Basinger, Associate Vice President, Research. Heather Magatu, Vice President, University Advancement. Richard Florizone, Vice President, Finance and Resources. Brett Fairbairn, Provost and Vice President, Academic. Peter McKinnon, our President. Vera Pezer, our Chancellor. William Doyle, recipient this morning of the Honorary Doctor of Laws. Art Dumont, the Chair of our Board of Governors. Maria Linklater, our Elder. Serge Leclerc, MLA for Saskatoon Northwest and representative of the Department of Advanced Education, Employment and Labour. Gary Standing, a member of our Board of Governors. Gertrude Romprey, University Chaplain. Marianne Schneider, President of the Alumni Association. Russ Eisinger, Registrar and Director of Academic Services and Financial Assistance. And in the second row, Peter Stoichev, Vice Dean of the College of Arts and Science. Patrick Hayes, recipient this morning of the President's Service Award. Braj Sinha, recipient this morning of the J.W. George Ivany Internationalization Award. Carl Still, Dean of St. Thomas More College. Dirk de Boer, Vice Dean of the College of Arts and Science. Robert Harasimchuk, President of St. Peter's College and a member of our Senate. Warren Kirkland, President of the University of Saskatchewan Students' Union and a member of the Board of Governors. And the following members of the University of Saskatchewan Senate. Leanne Abel, William Gulka, William Johnson, Diane Boyko, Flo Wagner, Ian Farthing, a student member of Senate, Helga Fellner, and Judy Buzowetsky. And behind them, and I would ask them to stand to be recognized, are the members of the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan. Would you please join me in expressing to all of these faculty, administrators, and members of our governing bodies our thanks for the work they've done.
I invite Mr. Doyle to rise. Welcome, sir, to Convocation, and I welcome your family, Kathy, Aaron, and Blair as well. Thank you. There are summaries that record the lives of all of us in the form of key facts and milestones. In the case of William Doyle, the summary tells us that he is a graduate of the erstwhile Georgetown University in America's capital city. From International Minerals and Chemical Corporation to Potash Corporation of Saskatchewan, and to this day, Mr. Doyle has committed 35 years of his professional life to the mining and fertilizer industries. Before assuming his current office, Mr. Doyle was a senior executive at Potash Corp and a member of its board of directors since the company began trading on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges in 1989. He became president and chief executive officer in 1999. Of course, in any career, there is a story that is not revealed in key events and milestones. In this story, we learn of a person's principles, emphasis, and values. In Mr. Doyle's professional life, the story is one of success and achievement, rooted in an exemplary corporate safety record, best practices in governance and environmental stewardship, and outstanding industry and community service. Many of the markers of achievement and success in the business world are well known, and they include sales, earnings, profit, trajectory of performance, and growth in capacity. By these markers, Potash Corporation has seen record performance to the point that it is the largest fertilizer producer in the world and one of the most successful companies in Canada. Of course, in terms of employment and economic benefits, its impact in our province is profound. The single most striking statistic is that in recent times, taxes and royalties paid by Potash Corp amount to 10% of provincial revenues. It is notable that most of us become aware of its seminal importance to our economy only when a downturn in the industry interrupts the flow of royalties and taxes that contribute so much to the provincial economy. Safety, governance, and environmental stewardship are prominent in Mr. Doyle's messages, and these messages are backed by the facts. The list of industry, professional, and public awards to his company is extraordinary. Annual reports, online reporting, quality of governance, and sustainable development reporting, year after year, Potash Corp features prominently in recognition for best practices. Throughout, safety remains a core value of the company, and Mr. Doyle is its tireless champion, personally visiting operating locations to celebrate safety achievements with employees. The list of Mr. Doyle's industry and community service is a long one. Let me cite one example to which I am personally connected. 7 years ago, I invited Mr. Doyle to join me for lunch, and I asked him to help me raise $100 million for the University of Saskatchewan. I asked him to assume a leadership role in the hard work of talking with potential donors and persuading them that our fine university is worthy of investment. He agreed. Within weeks, Potash Corp pledged the millions required to upgrade Griffith Stadium in time for the 2006 Vanier Cup, and Mr. Doyle continued to work by my side to achieve the goals of our campaign. Today, I personally and publicly thank him most warmly for his contribution to its success. Industrial leader, exemplar of best practices in safety, governance, and sustainability, community servant, and committed friend of the University of Saskatchewan. Eminent Chancellor, I present to you William J. Doyle and ask that you confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Vested in me by the legislature of the province, and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Well, thank you very much, everyone. Good morning. And I appreciate all of you letting me share this special day in your lives. I'm honored to be here and certainly humbled by this recognition. My career has taken me down many roads, and I have dealt with many high-caliber people, from union heads to heads of state. Over the years, I've learned that some of the very finest quality people in the world are my colleagues who grew up right here in Saskatchewan and gained their education at the U of S. They have a drive and depth of knowledge that meets the highest standards. They are unfailingly humble, ethical, hardworking, highly motivated, and enormously successful. Across our company, you will find engineers, geologists, lawyers, accountants, marketing professionals, and other highly skilled people who all earned their degree from the University of Saskatchewan. To hold a degree from the University of Saskatchewan is a tremendous honor and a real treasure. The university has produced many outstanding graduates, and among them many great leaders. Political leaders like Prime Minister John Diefenbaker, business leaders like Murray Edwards, Nobel Prize recipients like Henry Taub, physicists like Sylvia Fedoruk, and 4-time Canadian ladies curling champion, our own Chancellor, Vera Pezer. Scientists, artists, legal scholars, and now you, the members of the graduating class of 2009. A country, a company, a university takes on the personality of its leadership. And I can tell you that in Peter McKinnon, the University of Saskatchewan is blessed to have an outstanding leader. Peter has one objective, and that is to do what is in the best interest of the students of the University of Saskatchewan. He has been your advocate and your champion, and I want you to join me now in thanking him for the high standard he has set for all of us. I remember walking the campus with Peter just after he took over as president of the U of S. To be frank, the university didn't look so hot in those days. And he said to me, "Bill, the first thing we have to do is to get this place looking sharp. This is our product, and it looks like we don't care." Well, I went back to campus 1 year later, and the campus had certainly been transformed. The grass was green, flowers were blooming, and the buildings were cleaned up and improved. The place looked great. So I could see that Peter was not just a man of ideas, but a man of action. He is a superb role model, and as you draw upon your experiences here at the U of S, I suggest you keep President McKinnon in mind. His standard of excellence and unselfish leadership is a valuable lesson to take with you. He is a stellar example of the qualities a person needs to make a difference in the world. President McKinnon is also an idealist, and the power of idealism can move mountains. I earned my bachelor's degree in 1972, and while it seems like just yesterday to me, I have to admit it was a long time ago. It was also a time of tremendous change. We were the Beatles generation, and there was much social upheaval. My generation believed we could change the world overnight. We thought we could solve the challenges of racism, hunger, poverty, and intolerance before lunch. We were fueled by idealism, and it made us feel so alive. I continue to believe that any positive change, any significant impact on the world begins with one person and a fundamental and idealistic belief in a goal. Idealism sometimes gets a bad rap. For every person willing to commit to an unselfish goal, there are at least 100 who will tell her or him why it can't be done. But one thing you learn as you move forward, and it defies the simple logic of math, is that one idealist will trump 100 cynics every time. If your focus is on one great cause, one that makes the world a better place, even in the smallest of ways, and you believe in what you're doing, you cannot be stopped. You will succeed because you are driven by a force that is stronger than those who say it can't be done. Cynicism is easy. Idealism takes commitment. When you have that commitment in your personal life and your professional career, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. You might think that sounds idealistic, which it does, but it's true. And don't believe that age is the enemy of idealism. I may be more than a few years removed from my college days, but I am every bit as idealistic today as I was then. Many of my closest friends are the people I went to university with, and we still believe we can change the world. If you feed your idealism with energy, the education you have received here at the U of S, and surround yourself with people who share your passion and commitment, you will accomplish great things. What you learn is change doesn't come with the snap of a finger. Positive change comes in increments, but if you stick with it, it will come and you can make a difference. I would like to share with you a story about our company, the Potash Corporation of Saskatchewan. In 2 days, on November 2nd, we will celebrate the 20th anniversary of our initial public offering. The first day investors could buy shares in our company on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges. Many of you hadn't started your education at that time, so please indulge me in just a little bit of history. The privatization of the Potash Corporation marked a fundamental shift in Saskatchewan business as we moved from a small crown corporation to a publicly traded company. There was furious, sometimes vicious, debate over our plan. There were personal attacks from many sides. We were accused by some of trying to destroy the province. But we knew what we were doing was right. We knew it would work. We knew that an independent company with the right core values and the right business strategies would prosper and ultimately be of far greater benefit to the people of Saskatchewan and to a world hungry for more food. 20 years later, that idealism has proven to be well-founded. Our company is now the leader in our industry. We have a strong and healthy foundation here in Saskatchewan, operations and investments in 7 countries, and customers all around the world. We directly employ more than 1,800 people in this province and 5,300 worldwide. We are sending our Saskatoon-based employees to manage a business in Jordan, to sit on the board of a company in Chile, and to negotiate contracts with the Chinese. We have created many opportunities for our people that never existed 20 years ago. Investors who believed in what we were doing have seen their investment grow to 41 times its original value. Not bad for all the economic upheaval that we've been through. The government of Saskatchewan has also benefited, as we have returned $3.1 billion to the province through royalties, taxes, and other fees. Right now, we are reinvesting $5.3 billion in this province by expanding our potash mines. In almost every other area of North America, people are struggling right now through one of the worst recessions we've seen in over 70 years. In Saskatchewan, we are still seeing good times. As a company, we are also having an impact in our communities through donations and volunteer initiatives. This includes more than $10.6 million in donations so far to the University of Saskatchewan. But the purpose of this story is not to promote our company, although I must tell you I've never been accused of being shy about doing that. The point is that our success started with a group of idealists who believed that we could make a difference, not for ourselves, but for all we could touch in the pursuit of our goal of helping to alleviate hunger in the world. It's just one example of what can be done when you have a dream, and it can be done here in Saskatchewan. One of the things that has changed significantly over the past 30 years that I've been coming to Saskatchewan is the spirit of Saskatchewan itself. This province has been in a state of evolution, and the Renaissance has only just begun. For decades, Saskatchewan was characterized as a place filled with people who worked hard and trusted government to take care of the rest. There were entrepreneurs and idealists, but at that time the group was small. Gradually, a new spirit has taken hold. We still have that good old prairie work ethic, but we find more people who have the dream of building something great in this province. You might have noticed a story a few weeks ago in the news that identified Saskatoon as the top city for entrepreneurs in Canada. We have a burgeoning resource sector that is attracting attention all around the world. On campus, we have Canada's only synchrotron, making us a home for world-class research. Most importantly, we have people who want to make a difference and people who are not afraid to dream big. A few years ago, President McKinnon asked me to chair the Saskatchewan component of the university's Thinking the World of Our Future fundraising campaign. The previous campaign had raised $30 million, which was then considered a big accomplishment. When Peter and I finished talking, we moved the target to an unprecedented $100 million. And we ended up, with Heather's support, surpassing that with ease. It is important to dream big in everything you do. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you can't do something. By following your ideals, you will take this province to new heights that will make us all proud. This now becomes your challenge as our next generation of leaders. Whether you are involved in business, politics, the arts, sport, science, or education, you have had the privilege of a University of Saskatchewan education. Now you have the responsibility to make a difference. The world is desperate for your dreams. What you do with this privilege matters. We are not alone. We have each other. We also have women and men who need us, who are looking to us to respond to the challenges that define our world today. We must accept the responsibility of being men and women for others, for the benefit of the human family. In the same way, now is your time to give back to the University of Saskatchewan and to your province. Your time, your energy, and your ideas are what we need to make this province grow. This is your time. I congratulate you, and I look forward to witnessing the achievements and the impact of this graduating class on Saskatchewan and the world at large for many years to come. Happy Halloween. Thank you very much, and go Huskies.
Eminent Chancellor, Elder Linklater, MLA Leclerc, Board Chair Dumont, and members of the Platform Party, members of the graduating class, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly 100 years ago, on an autumn day in 1909, Edmund Oliver entered a makeshift classroom in the Drinkle Building in downtown Saskatoon to deliver our university's very first lecture. 2 years of preparation had preceded this autumn day. Legislation establishing the university was passed in 1907. In 1908, the first president, Walter Murray, was appointed, and the Board of Governors chose Saskatoon to be home for the new university. By 1909, classes were underway as the 70 students and 4 faculty members settled into the rhythm of the academic year. A century later, today, there are nearly 20,000 students instead of 70, thousands of employees in the place of 4, and rather than temporary accommodation in the Drinkle Building, we occupy the most beautiful university campus in Canada. Though much has changed, much remains the same. This ceremony is an enduring part of the university's calendar, laden with tradition but looking to the future, a future reflected in and crafted by you, our graduates. Welcome to Fall Convocation 2009. I would like also to extend a very warm welcome to the families of the graduates that are assembled today. We're delighted to have you with us. You have shared the joys and the hardships of your graduate in his or her journey to the success we celebrate today. We share your pride, and we thank you very much for being here. I hope that as you receive your degrees today, you are reminded that you are not simply newly hooded holders of bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. I hope that you are reminded that your degrees mark your belonging to an intellectual tradition that has its roots in the timeless value of the academy. In their reflections on the role of universities in the 21st century, the authors of the Glion Declaration identified those values in these words. In a society of shifting goals and uncertain values, the university must stand for something more than accurate data and reliable information, more even than useful knowledge and dependable standards. The university is the custodian, not only of knowledge, but also of the values on which that knowledge depends. Not only of professional skills, but of the ethical obligations that underlie those professional skills. Not only of scholarly inquiry, disciplined learning, and broad understanding, but also of the means that make inquiry, learning, and understanding possible. In its institutional life and its professional activities, the university must reaffirm that integrity is the requirement, excellence the standard, rationality the means, community the context, civility the attitude, openness the relationship, and responsibility the obligation upon which its own existence and knowledge itself depend. Excellence, rationality, community, civility, openness, and responsibility, strong values for universities, strong values for our graduates. This morning we welcome and salute the graduates of the College of Arts and Science, the Edwards School of Business, and the Johnson Shayama Graduate School of Public Policy. The College of Arts and Science is home of what for centuries has been known as liberal education. It refines and nurtures vital skills and talents. We need creative thinkers, people who are comfortable with decisions in a wide context, people who can communicate, reason, create, write, and speak. In short, we need leaders, and liberal education nurtures leadership. Literacy, mature literacy, the art of reflective inquiry communicated to one's fellow citizens. That's the single most important attribute of your education. And society needs your wisdom. We need informed thinkers, citizens, and policymakers. And we need to nourish and celebrate the kind of education that contributes to their formation. The humanities and social sciences, the natural sciences, and the fine arts are at the core of this kind of education. I congratulate you the graduates of the College of Arts and Science, for your success in this formative tradition of education. There is wisdom in the arrangement of today's convocation because the program of study for business students has always required a significant portion of the coursework to be taken in the College of Arts and Science to ensure an educational experience with the breadth and critical analysis that characterizes a liberal arts education. As a former dean of the Edwards School observed, a business degree is really an applied social science degree that sits atop core competencies in math and economics and in psychology and sociology, supplemented with policy studies, history, and studies in ethics. Indeed, the collaboration between these two academic units is reciprocal. Just as a liberal education is a core foundation for the depth and rigor of a business education, so too, arts and science students are appropriately exposed to business courses. We can imagine a science student seeking to commercialize a discovery, or a fine arts student seeking to own and manage an art gallery. Entrepreneurship may contribute to the success of our graduates in a broad range of fields, and I was therefore pleased to note the progress of the Brett Wilson Center for Entrepreneurial Excellence. The center will unite the Edwards School, the College of Arts and Science, and other colleges with the goal of increasing teaching, research, and outreach activities related to entrepreneurship. Today, our graduates in arts and science and in business are joined by graduates of the Johnson Shyama Graduate School of Public Policy. This school is one of 3 major interdisciplinary initiatives at the University of Saskatchewan, and we have high hopes for the contributions that will be made by today's graduates in international trade and in public administration. And so there is much to celebrate. But, dear graduates, it's particularly for your achievements that we are assembled here this morning. I know that your achievements represent thoughtfulness, determination, struggle, and a fair measure of anxiety. But you are here, and you deserve to be. Whatever path you will follow, I want you to know that you carry with you the confidence and respect of everyone at the University of Saskatchewan. We will follow your future activities with pride and with interest. Thank you very much.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the University Senate and Board, I present to you the petition of the Council of this University that the candidates to be named, having fulfilled all of the requirements of the bylaws, may, with your permission, be admitted to the degrees and certificates to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees and certificates to which you are entitled, and to invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Would the graduands in the front row please rise and come to the platform?
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Arts, 3-year. I present to you Randy Nicole Diane Acaster with great distinction. Darren Andrusoff. Casey Berry. Daniel Bozak. Melody Robin Dela Cruz. Brianne Ashley Free. Shan Gao. Courtney Elise Gilmore. Nicole Lee Hayes. Kayla Christine Elizabeth Kostyuk. Danielle Ashton Kuschak. Kendall Ann Lucan. Michelle Marie Martel Andre, with great distinction. Melinda Heather Ann Mina. David Alexandra Pichet, with great distinction. Caitlin Jane Schnitzler. Barbara Ann Shawcross, with distinction. Jolene Ray Stein. Wei Zhao. Yixia Zhu. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts 3-year from the College of Arts and Science. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Arts 4-year. I present to you Stacy Nicole Allen. Ahok Atan. Ashley Dawn Berry. Nora Constance Becker. Brady Lee Bomer, with distinction. Amanda Ray Cadron. Andrew William Coffin, with distinction. Dylan Lee Erickson. James Ijo. Ryan Anthony Korzak. Jennifer Ann Kormos. Katrin Jan Lemire. Chrissa Gabriel McKay. Kendra Renee Mayer. Nicole Catherine Moser, with distinction. Amjad Murabit. Hilda Nasungo. Brittany Arlene Olson. Megan Kelly Paul, with great distinction. Yo Kolu Potter. Tracy Grace Scarrow. Ryan Robert Sipe, with distinction. Lindsay Smithson, with distinction. Jamie Anna Shreko. Feng Peng Teng. Roycin Anne Maria Unsworth, with distinction. Christine Grace Walker. Wendong Wong. Nicole Christine Wiebe, with great distinction. Yang Zhu. Long Yang. Mong Yang. Ming Yang. Darlene Marie Yurkowski. Rawa Tawolde Zarasene. Sjoerd Keegan Zeidhoff. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts 4-year from the College of Arts and Science. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors. I present to you Jason Wayne Breiter with high honors. Hillary Barbara Goff with high honors. Rahachan Amanova Judge with high honors. Christopher Randall Kostorowski. Ray Andrea Kroshush. Leah Ann Cooling. Haley Eileen Lavick with high honors. Elise Jean Matthews with high honors. Sarah McPhee with high honors. Megan Sarah Olson. Benjamin Eric Slocum. Erica Ruth Spracklin with high honors. Stephanie Amanda Thompson. Nicole Kathleen Turner with high honors. Kristen April Vosch with high honors. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors from the College of Arts and Science. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science, 3-year. I present to you Patricia May Both. Mustafa Mohi Eldin Ali El Hadi, with great distinction. Einar Gordon Hugo. Jeffrey Blair Clausen, with distinction. Natasha Lombard. Mina Niazi, with great distinction. Odan Makonko Nsungo, with distinction. Peter Luke Rye, with great distinction. Adam Benjamin Stenerson, with great distinction. Zhou Sun. David Ryan Swab, with great distinction. Craig John Swain. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science 3-year from the College of Arts and Science. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science 4-year. I present to you Jennifer Joan Benning, with great distinction. Danielle Rita Lee Bosquet, with distinction. Stephanie Anna Delacurti. Christopher Stuart Samuel Fowley, with distinction. Ning Hao. Sarah Ann Elizabeth Helston. Andrew Joseph Hrapchak. Dorinda Konadu Yaboa. Leslie Ann Gaponia Leaning. Jasong Lu, with distinction. Kathleen Nicole Madsen, with distinction. Maureen Kate McHattie. Jody McNabb, with distinction. Kyle Thomas Patterson. Travis Robert Phibbs. Arlen David Schafel. Pauline Yin Tam, with distinction. Lee Allen Vermeulen. Johnny Vu. Wesley Waldner, with great distinction. Yudi Zhua. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science 4-year from the College of Arts and Science. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science honors. I present to you Brandon James Kirsten Barks. Christopher Brian Graham. Robin Lee Huffnagel. Molly Catherine Lux. Chad Lyndon Michelenko, with high honors. Jostine Misfelt. Peng Zhai. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors from the College of Arts and Science. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts. I present to you Andreas Friedenheim Buchwald with great distinction. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipient of the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts from the College of Arts and Science.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Arts. Belize Akan. Carla Janine Fair. Jordan Ashley Kirby Jackson. Merrick Osman. Jason William Rowe. Paul Wayne Rowe. Jonathan Dale Sherman. Jody Maiden Shinkarak. Wei Wang. Martin Edward Wingquist. Shifeng Wu. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Arts in the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Fine Arts. Tyler Earl Brett. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating the recipient of the degree of Master of Fine Arts in the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Music. I present to you Angeline Grace Tisland. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipient of the degree of Master of Music in the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Science. Sazadul Alam. Jasmine Angie Burke. Glenn Dale Chuback. Jason Dean Coutu. Tapashri Guha. Jean Liu. Jing Liu. Yuting Luo. Jeremy Allen Olson. Jiva Paudel. Zina Hasib Sahib. Laura Ann Smith. Mohammed Tariq. Mark Brian Wirtz. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Science in the College of Graduate Studies and Research.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of International Trade. Nikhil Rath. Thanks. Derek James Raisavi. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating the recipients of the Master of International Trade in the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Public Administration. I present Teddy Albert Bandima. Crystal Yvonne Burr. Megan Elizabeth Harder. I can see that. Arthur Griffith Harford James. Anna Maria Okapitz. Marla Rochelle Webster. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Public Administration in the College of Graduate Studies and Research.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the Edwards School of Business, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. I present to you Jillian Pauline Barber. Ryan Lee Bill. Jordan Nathan Brown with distinction. Vanessa Ray Erickson. Kent Graham Frondell. Lizanne Michelle German. Mary Louise Hawes. Lasha Louise Hasha. Carly Joanne Hamilton with great distinction. Jeremy Lee Hilash. Tyler Bennett Johnson. Chelsea Dawn Kerr-Lazeski. Kylie Ray Koenig. Ola Kanuli Babalola Obakoya. Kelly James Olfert. Ashley Marie Prokosh. Ainsley Kaylee Robertson. David Michael Salagubas. Adrian James Wilford Toth with great distinction. Wei C. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Emma Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Business Administration. I present to you Dorothy Lynn Berry. Ravinder Brar. Jennifer Lynn Campbell. Aparna Chandrakaladar Reddy. Gary Brandon Hausman. Jason Michael Jeffrey. Lou Lee. Nadia Make-Bull. Daniel Jeffrey Myers. Tyrone Daniel Okranitz. Seth Olson. William Martin Riley. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Business Administration in the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Professional Accounting. I present to you Elena Belicero, Amy Michelle Bonner, Carmen Megan Mudell Brown, Erin Chelsea Brown, Darb Dillon, Rami Il Hakim, Robin Alexandra Evans, Ola Basula Famoide, Sarija Gamji, Paul Emilian Grosch, Philip Hansick, Chelsea Nicole Udegard Harmon, Mandeep Kaur Hare, Laura Marie Hornan, Mohammed Ahmed Iqbal, Stephanie Marie Jelinski, Dan Vincent Jover, Nicole May Kolesnikoff, Alan Michael Coop. Marie Lynn Coop. Holly Carolyn Kroll. Erica Dawn Kubik. James Robert Kubik. Ashley Ann Martin. Kimberly Maruyama. Jamie Catherine McCall. Lindsay Marie McGill. Leslie Ann Nielsen. Tamara Dawn Peak. Nicole Ray Polowski. Rohan Rahea. Valerie Joan Rodriguez. Shannon Kara Rogel. Lana Ryan. Manny Sandhu. Amrit Sangera. Laura Ann Schwinghammer. Erin Elizabeth Scott. Paul Michael Shaw. Erin Lorraine Sheets. Christy Marie Sonnen. Matthew Cray Stevens. Jonathan Dana Stewart. Derek Tan. Christina Lee Thompson-Barks. Clinton James Tisnick. Brittany Ann Walter. Carla Roxanne Whitford. Michael Douglas Weller. Danielle Elizabeth Wong. Maxine Wong. Shang Wang. Christopher David Yatsikoff. Gwyneth Lynn Yip. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of the Master of Professional Accounting in the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Emily Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Science in Finance. I present to you Hei Yun Fan. Zhen Li. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Science in Finance in the College of Graduate Studies and Research.
As we begin the presentation of our PhD graduates, I would draw your attention to our custom to have these graduates, once they've been admitted to their degree by the Chancellor, to be greeted by their supervisor and the dean of the college in which they studied at the far end of the stage. The supervisor will then escort the new graduate to join the platform party in a symbolic welcome of the new Doctors of Philosophy into our community of scholars. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Jacqueline Ray Cummin. Jill Harriman Gunn. Darina Kuzma. Tresia alias Princi Paulus. Nancy Marie Poon. Michelle Dawn Presniak. Gunjan Sinha. Jason Gregory Zorbas. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the College of Graduate Studies and Research.
Eminent Chancellor, in the name of the faculties, I ask you to grant the degrees and certificates in absentia to those students who have met the requirements to graduate but were not able to be present today.
At the request of the faculties, I authorize these degrees and certificates to be granted.
Eminent Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I now have the honor of awarding the medal recipients in the College of Arts and Science. Our first medal recipient, unfortunately, could not be here today. He's Ian Alexander Ireland, and he's pursuing a master's degree in computing science at the University of Alberta. He is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science honors degree with high honors in computer science, and he's being presented with the medal, University Medal in Science, which is awarded to the most distinguished graduate receiving a Bachelor of Science 4-year or honors degree or certificate in the natural sciences. Ian is also being honored as the Dean's Medal recipient for the Fall Convocation. The Dean's Medal is awarded to the most distinguished graduate in the College of Arts and Science. So I would like to congratulate Ian in his absence. Eminent Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, It's my pleasure to present the winner of the University Medal in Social Sciences. This medal is awarded to the most outstanding graduate in a social science discipline, and this year's recipient is Elise Jean Matthews, who graduates today with a BA honors degree with high honors in psychology. Elise completed an Associate of Arts in Music from Briarcrest College and a Bachelor of Science in Nursing before completing her degree in psychology. She has received a number of awards in her academic career, some of which included the University of Saskatchewan Chancellor Scholarship, the Betty Ann Ort Scholarship, the Marjorie Glasspool Memorial Bursary for Academic Achievement, and the University of Saskatchewan Undergraduate Scholarship. She has recently been awarded the Joseph Armand Bombardier Canada Graduate Master's Scholarship. Elise has worked as a nurse since 2004 and has also been involved in research since 2005, working as a research coordinator and research assistant with various research teams. She states that these positions, along with her volunteer activities, have inspired her keen interest in interdisciplinary work. Ms. Matthews has been very active in various volunteer activities, some of which included working as a crisis line volunteer for the Saskatoon Sexual Assault and Information Centre and volunteer outdoor surveyor for the Saskatoon Homeless Count 2008. Elise is currently in a graduate program pursuing a PhD in Culture and Developmental Psychology in preparation for a career in research and teaching. I'm pleased to present Elise Jean Matthews with the University Medal in the Social Sciences. Eminent Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the winner of the University Medal in Fine Arts. This medal is awarded to the most outstanding graduate in a fine arts discipline. This year's recipient is Andreas Friednerheim Buchwald, who graduates today with a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in studio art with great distinction. Andreas was born in Denmark and lived in Winnipeg for 8 years prior to coming to Saskatoon. He graduated from Miriam M. Graham Collegiate in Saskatoon in 2004 and entered the College of Arts and Science in the fall of 2005 to pursue his Arts and Science degree. Mr. Buchwald has been recognized for his academic achievement by receiving numerous awards, some of which included the Elizabeth Evelyn Scully Memorial Scholarship, a University of Saskatchewan Undergraduate Scholarship, and the Premier Centennial Arts Scholarship, just to name a few. He was also nominated for the International Sculpture Centre's 2009 Outstanding Student Achievement in Contemporary Sculpture Award. Andreas is a sculptor and a new media artist working with recycled building materials and computer modeling technology. He is currently working collaboratively with the Department Head of Art and Art History, assisting with her research by creating digital sculptures. The department head has described Andreas's BFA exhibition as one of the most ambitious and rigorous exhibitions they have had in a while. He is also characterized by the following statement, and I quote, "It is a rare pleasure to have a student like Andreas who pushes innovation and imagination into surprising new directions." He is currently working on an artist-by-artist mentorship exhibition with the Mendel Art Gallery, a public sculpture for the University of Saskatchewan, and a public sculpture for a partnership between AKA Gallery and the Habitat for Humanity's Restore in Saskatoon. Andreas is active in both indoor and outdoor soccer and enjoys an array of outdoor activities. His future academic goals include graduate studies in fine arts to begin in the fall of 2010. He also hopes to secure an artist residency at the Banff Centre. I am pleased to present Andreas Buchwald with the University Medal in Fine Arts. Eminent Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, the Rose Littman Medal in Humanities is being awarded to Leif Eric Schenstedt Harris. He presently isn't here today. He's getting an MA in English at Dalhousie. I just thought I'd give him a small heart attack here. But I'd just like to tell you a little bit about the Rose Littman Award. And this medal in humanities is awarded to the most outstanding graduate in a humanities discipline. And the medal is in honor of one of our former highly valued staff members in the Dean's Office of the College of Arts and Science, who advised many thousands of students. So please join me in congratulating Leif Eric Schenstedt Harris in receiving this award. And now we have David Ryan Swab. Eminent Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure that I present the recipient of the Fall Convocation 3-year medal, which is awarded to the graduating student in the College of Arts and Science 3-year degree program with the most outstanding academic record. This year, the winner is David Ryan Swab, who graduates today with a Bachelor of Science 3-year degree in microbiology with great distinction. David began his university studies in the College of Arts and Science in 2004, setting his sights on meeting the requirements for entrance to the College of Medicine. He has been named to the Dean's List for 3 years and has received the University Entrance Scholarship, as well as the University of Saskatchewan undergraduate scholarships for his high scholastic achievements. He has been very involved in music as a performer and teacher. Some of his volunteer activities have included construction crew leader with Mennonite Disaster Service, where he took a year off from his studies to take on a volunteer disaster relief leadership position. During this year, he worked throughout the United States following the devastating aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. David is currently in his first year with the College of Medicine at our university. He is interested in practicing medicine in some unique environments in the future. David says he's still inspired by the remarks from a New Orleans police officer who told him during his volunteer work that if you've not helped somebody somehow while on this earth, you've missed your call. David states that through the education that he has received and will continue to receive, he hopes to answer this call to help and serve others in the world. I am pleased to present David Ryan Swab the Fall Convocation 3-year degree medal. Stay here.
Eminent Chancellor, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure today to be presenting the Edwards School of Business, University of Saskatchewan Goodspeed Award winner for the most distinguished Bachelor of Commerce graduate, The Goodspeed Award is named in honor of a past dean of the then College of Commerce, Georgia Doty Goodspeed. This year's recipient of the Goodspeed Award winner is Carly Joanne Hamilton, BCom recipient with great distinction. I want to tell you a little bit about Carly's accomplishments to date. Carly came to us from Nipawin, Saskatchewan, where she graduated from the L.P. Miller Comprehensive High School in June of 2005. Upon graduating from high school, she won numerous local awards and scholarships, some of which I'll mention, certainly not all of them, but one would be the Nipawin Royal Purple Bursary, the Francis Till Math Award, White Fox Credit Union Scholarship Award, Rotary Club of Nipawin Scholarship, Taylor and Company Law Award, Andrew Wallen Memorial Scholarship, and the Missile Brook Scholarship. She also received a number of scholarships while at her studies at the U of S, one being the Bung Canada Scholarship, the Bernard Michel Scholarship, the Millennium Scholarship, the U of S Scholarship, an award of $300,000, and of course the Edwards Undergraduate Scholarship. While at university, she also received 2 book awards, the McGraw-Hill Ryerson University of Saskatchewan Prize in Economics 111 and 114, and she's also very much involved in her community. She's done a number of volunteer assignments. She has volunteered for the annual fishing tournament called the Premier's Cup in Nipawin. She's also engaged in assistant coaching activities with hockey and White Fox initiation hockey teams, and has helped out at the White Fox skating rink during winters when she wasn't busy studying and furthering her education in Saskatoon. In September, she started working in Nipawin with the accounting firm New Path Group, and she plans on articling for her chartered accountancy designation. It gives me great honor today to present to you Carly Joanne Hamilton, the Goodspeed Award for the most distinguished Bachelor of Commerce graduate. Carly.
Come back to the podium, David. In addition to the 3-year medal, David is the recipient of the President's Medal, which is awarded to the undergraduate student with the highest academic standing at Fall Convocation. You have already heard much about this extraordinary young man. I will simply add that David has asked me to acknowledge the support of his parents, who have always been very supportive in whatever he chose to do. I'm pleased now to present the President's Medal to David Ryan Swab. Congratulations.
Eminent Chancellor, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. The J.W. George Ivany Internationalization Award recognizes outstanding contributions by the university's academic or administrative staff in furthering the process of internationalization at the University of Saskatchewan. Internationalization can have many dimensions. It includes internationalizing the learning environment or the curriculum, enhancing international mobility, promoting the academic success of international students, strengthening international research and graduate training, or supporting internationalization through service and outreach. The award has been named after Dr. J.W. George Ivany, during whose tenure of presidency the university formalized its commitment to internationalization and who provided significant personal leadership in the fulfillment of this commitment. I'd like to ask Dr. Braj Sinha to come forward and stand by the podium. Dr. Sinha is the recipient of the J.W. George Ivany Internationalization Award for Fall Convocation 2009. Dr. Sinha has been a passionate and persistent advocate for the internationalization of the University of Saskatchewan during the 23 years that he has worked at our institution. His own teaching and scholarship have focused attention on Asian religions, cultures, and languages, and have led to numerous international collaborations and opportunities for students. He has contributed administratively as head of the Department of Religion and Culture and has been a leader for internationalization both within our university community and beyond. Professor Sinha was nominated because of his roles as mentor, leader, and advocate for others engaged in internationalization. In recent years, our university has developed extensive ties in South Asia, which extend across a wide range of university departments and colleges, largely due to Dr. Sinha's efforts. In particular, his work with the Shastri Indo-Canadian Institute has helped connect the University of Saskatchewan to India. Professor Sinha helped facilitate dialogue between the Government of Saskatchewan and the Indian High Commission, leading to an official trade and academic mission to India. He played a fundamental role in securing a contract between the Government of India and the Canadian light source synchrotron at the University of Saskatchewan. In the wider community outside the university, Braj has been actively involved in connecting the university to the Indo-Canadian community of Saskatchewan and to a variety of multi-faith and multicultural organizations. All of us at the university know Dr. Sinha as a fine colleague and a committed advocate of the University of Saskatchewan. He has advanced the internationalization of the university through his teaching, his scholarship, his administrative initiative, and perhaps most tellingly by his personal example. For all of these outstanding contributions, I'm delighted to present Dr. Braj Sinha with the J.W. George Ivany Internationalization Award. Congratulations, Braj.
Could I please ask Patrick Hayes to come forward? Eminent Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to present this year's President's Service Award to Patrick Hayes. According to the Oxford Canadian Dictionary, service is defined as the act of helping or doing work for another or for a community. At the U of S, Patrick Hayes embodies service, making him a very worthy recipient of this year's President's Service Award. Patrick has been the archives technician in the University Archives since 1990, where he works with a unique and diverse resource, the documents, photographs, and artifacts that capture and preserve the history of our institution. It's a valuable collection, but only as valuable as those who know it intimately and can therefore open it to others. It's in sharing this vast knowledge of the collection and opening it to others that Hayes excels. Once I learned that Patrick was to receive this award, I contacted my sister-in-law, Cheryl Avery, who's worked very closely with Patrick in the archives, and she had this to say about Patrick and his approach. What she said is teamwork just completely defines Patrick's approach to reference service. He is literally part of the researcher's team trying to assist with the goal of finding appropriate answers and sources. And it's this, in teamwork, in his approach to reference work, is what Patrick does best and where he excels. As archives technician, Patrick takes on a very wide range of responsibilities that include administrative support, handling a high volume of in-person telephone and email inquiries, development of exhibits or displays, and preparation of print publications. Anyone with a question about our university's history quickly discovers that Patrick is not only the go-to person, but the go-to first person in their quest. Whether the inquiry comes from a student, a member of staff or faculty, or someone outside the institution, Patrick deals with each in a timely and efficient manner. Every inquiry is as important as the next. He is always willing to take on a research challenge, to use his intimate knowledge of the archives collection to seek out even the most obscure bit of historical information. Patrick, thank you for your service to the University of Saskatchewan, and congratulations on this year's award.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, platform participants, graduates, and guests. As President of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association, it is my great pleasure to recognize the class of 2009 as graduates and welcome each of you to the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. At a previous convocation, an honorary degree recipient discussed the word open. I, too, want to talk about the word open in the context of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. A few words describing open are unlock, begin, and approachable. Why is it important to be open? As you receive your degree today, be open to the new relationships you now have with the university. You are now a member of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. You have joined our alumni family, a family with a storied history of excellence, a family of well-accomplished and distinguished alumni. Receive your degree with great pride in what you have accomplished. Be open to the endless and exciting opportunities and possibilities available to you. I encourage you to look forward to what you will accomplish. Build upon the fond memories and experiences you have created while you were a student, and strive for even greater things. Build upon the strong foundation that has shaped the University of Saskatchewan into the prestigious institution it is today. Finally, be open to staying connected with the university and informing the Alumni Association of where you are and what you have done. As you embark upon new endeavors, remember your alumni family is here to support you. The Alumni Association provides a vital link between you and your university, whether it is providing support as you build your career, giving you access to the university services and facilities, or helping you sustain lifelong relationships. The Alumni Association is here to support you. We are all here to celebrate your success together. I encourage you to stay in touch with us so we can continue to celebrate your success together. I want to wish you good luck on your new adventure and be open. Congratulations to the classes of 2009 of the colleges and schools of Arts and Science, Business, and Public Policy. Welcome to the alumni family. Welcome to the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association.
This brings our convocation ceremony to a close, but before we do, I would like to thank a number of people. First, Glenn Gillis and the University Wind Orchestra. Our vocalist, Chelsea Mahan. Elder Maria Linklater. Our signer, Carla Clausen. And certainly last but not least, Danielle Cloutier, Convocation Coordinator, and all the members of her team in making these ceremonies a success. I remind graduates and their families of the receptions which follow. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Music, please meet east of the main lobby. Bachelor of Science, west of the main lobby. Graduate Programs, Commerce, and Public Policy, Grand Circle lobby. Finally, to the graduates, enjoy today and savor your success. You've acquired an important key to your future, but your degree is not your only acquisition today. It combines with other important but less tangible benefits which have shaped you and will contribute to who you are in the future. For the rest of your life, you will retain a treasure of memories from your time at the University of Saskatchewan, of faculty who made a difference, of your fellow students, and experiences, some enriching, perhaps a few less so, but you are always learning. You are an alumnus of a proud and successful university. Take that legacy with you wherever you go. The University of Saskatchewan is the bond that unites us all because we have all been touched in one way or another by our experience as part of the university. Those who came before us established this bond. Now I ask you to help ensure that it remains strong in the future. Would you please now rise and join in the singing of God Save the Queen?
God save our gracious Queen.